2-1 down with a handful of minutes to go. What did you think?
I was down. There's nothing else to say about it. I thought we'd gone. But
were you aware of the other results?
I was, yeah. We had a guy up there with his phone on broadcasting all as they came along.
So what are you thinking now? Where's your head at now after that?
Good question. I don't know. I'm just so delighted. I can't tell you. I just wish I could be at Sheffield on Tuesday.
Players looked really, really tired, understandably. Do you think they've got enough in the tank?
Oh, what a good question. I'm concerned for people like Clayton, but you can't deny that was a classic finish. But there's so many players who played a lot of games. So, after 55 years supporting this club, I always look on the pessimistic side, but I feel great now. That was just unbelievable.
Did you ever think we could get back into that today?
No, I was on my way home. Just before we equalised, I'd given up.
So where does that leave us? What?
In our own hands. It doesn't matter what the other results are today. We win our next 3, we're up. But it's terrible for the heart and the blood pressure.
A lot of pressure on us today. We didn't perform well today.
We're tired and knackered. We just got over the line, get Adeyemi and Douglas, hopefully, and we've won! I'll see you, Dave.
2-1 down with a couple of minutes to go. Did you ever think we could get back into that?
You must be joking. I had no idea. But, the funny is football is a very strange game.
Up at Coventry, you said that you were losing interest. Surely you've got to change your mind after that.
No, you know what it's like. High emotions and all that. You've got to love the game. You've got to love Brentford. I don't care what happens. You've got to keep the faith.
Why do you do this to us, Brentford?
You've got to keep the faith, yeah.
So 2-1 down, a few minutes to go. Did you ever think we were going to get back into that?
Yes, we always had an orgasm in us.
So where does it leave us? I mean, we're teetering on the edge of what? Are we going up still, or?
I don't know the other results.
Everything won against us today. Everyone else won.
We'll still do it, I think. I'm pretty sure, because we'll stuff them on Tuesday at Sheffield.
At the beginning of the season, I would have said, you look at the fixture list, it wasn't going to be great. Now we look back on this as a really good, solid season, and one where we had a tremendous amount of enjoyment. Whether we go up or not, we've got a good platform here.
We're going up.
I think we are going up.
No,
but
thinking.
Yeah.
Tell me.
We're going to go up. We're going to go up in the top 2. I think Bournemouth might win. We might finish second.
Did Did you ever think we could get back into that?
No, 2-1 down, I thought we've lost it. Fantastic. What a result.
So what swung it back in our favour? What happened?
We just raised our game a bit. Wright-Phillips, fantastic.
Yeah.
Great result.
Did you ever think we could get back into that?
You have to have faith at this stage of the season. You've done the job all the way through. You just have to keep going, and I think it's going to be an ugly but successful outcome.
So 2-1 down with a couple of minutes to go. It didn't look right, did it?
It didn't look right, and I think the trouble was that Pompey haven't been saved as a club. They probably in the ascendancy. They had a lot of great vocal support, but you know they probably rose to the occasion. We were nervous. They had nothing to play for. They know they're going down.
Every other result went against us today, so that was critical, wasn't it?
It was absolutely important. I mean, unlike last week where every result went in our favour, winning at Crewe was absolutely superb. But this is great. I mean, we go to Sheffield and it's still in our hands, Dave.
They keep going to the end.
Yeah, of course they do. Don't matter if there's 5 or 10 minutes left, as we've seen all season. Brentford don't stop. So, you know, when you've got players like Wright-Phillips up front, Donaldson hasn't scored for a few games, you know, it just does what it matters at the end. And, you know, we don't stop, keep going.
So we got enough in the tank to get us over the line?
Of course we have, yeah, we got enough in the tank. You know, it's going all
That Hartlepool this next week is we'll know exactly what we have to do. All the rest of the teams will have played, and Brentford will know exactly what they need to do. They need to win anyway, but
So what's your head saying?
my head's saying it's going to go down to the final game of the season against Doncaster. We're going to win in the 89th minute with a scuffed goal, but who cares? We'll be going up automatic.
So the Hartlepool
well,
and the Sheffield.
going to be tough, but I still think we can do it.
Okay.
We'll be there.
And you think you'd go? Come on, just tell me.
It was fantastic, though I have to admit at one point I was nervous and I didn't believe quite as strongly as I should have done. So, and I started reading the stadium leaflet just in case.
You love the heart. What about the heart? The heart. What do you think about the
was
heart?
fantastic, absolutely brilliant.
That's all you need.
Really good.
Last few games, a bit of heart. That's what you're saying, is it?
And a bit more belief from the supporters. We stopped singing when we should have carried on.
Nerves though, wasn't
yeah,
it?
very, loads of nerves.
So what you're saying? Just tell me, heart and love. What do you think? Are we going up? Automatic.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you were happy with the Reeves man, were you?
Yeah, I've been watching him in the development squad. He's really been playing really well. Just got a 2-year contract.
That's right. And what are you saying? So when he came on,
I think he changed the game by pushing the ball around and putting it through the middle.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. He's got a 2-year contract with us, and there's a lot of nice lads coming through the development squad.
So you think that players like Reeves on the bench coming off actually makes Brentford a different dimension of a team where we can actually change the game up?
Yeah, and also we played 3 up front towards the end, and that made a lot of difference. We played a diamond formation, which I don't agree with. That's a personal thing. I think it's better when you play 3 up and you play direct, you know.
Portsmouth, they had a lot of fight in them, they had a lot of vibes and everything like that.
Yeah,
I think
they
did
spoiled
very
themselves at the end by running on the pitch. That's it.
Well, that was the supporters, but the team themselves, they actually...
Yeah, but they'll come back.
That game, how mad was that game? Tell me.
Unbelievable, mate. Absolutely unbelievable. Couldn't believe it.
Were you a little bit nervous? Tell me.
When we was 2-1 down, mate, I nearly started crying. I thought that was it. With Bournemouth and Doncaster winning, I thought we'd bone it.
So you're saying that you had no faith?
There's always a bit of faith there. In the heart, always.
But they turned it around. Absolutely fantastic. And Donaldson's second goal. Donaldson scored his goal. Out of the blue, he came down the wing, took it nicely. How did you feel when that ball hit the back
Great
of the net?
finish, mate. Fucking...
Right, carry on.
He didn't really have the best game of his career. He's a bit distant today, but when he finished it, mate, unbelievable. Unbelievable scenes on Ealing Road.
What's your thoughts for the rest of the season now?
Champions.
Yeah?
Three more wins and we're champions.
Of course. Will we get the 3 wins? That's the question.
We will.
Sheffield on
Sheffield.
Tuesday.
They've got nothing on us.
Are they scared?
Yeah.
Hartlepool?
I reckon we'll get promoted at Hartlepool, champions against them.
So Yeovil will drop points and we'll get promoted at Hartlepool. That's the one.
We'll do it.
Everyone.
Believe.
Get on your cars, get on the buses, get on your coaches up to Hartlepool. That's the one.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
There's a minority that ruin it for everyone that do things, but the diehards still here and we'll always be there.
Yeah, respect to you guys, man, and I'm glad that you've had, about the result. We're happy about the result because we need it, obviously. It wasn't going our way today with the other ones, you know what I'm saying? But, respect to you guys. Glad that your fans are owning the club now, and all due respect. And hopefully we'll go on forward and Portsmouth will do the business, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Cheers, boss.